Hey there, hello and welcome. It is Madeline here, and I am just back from Free America. I have new earbuds, so I hope this is working okay. And it's a little breezy out, and the birds are singing. This is my first time back to my walking place since I'm back. I'm going to decide that, their sing song means that they're happy to see me. I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to hear them and I'm happy to be here with you. So I've been to Free America, my friends, right? I've been to Free America. I was at a training last week, 5 day training, and it was in Nevada in the middle of nowhere. And while I was out that way, I took a couple of road trips. So I saw some sites in Utah and Colorado while I was out there. And I'm going to refer to all of those places, right? Or most of those places, right? Not the whole state, but a good portion of those states that I saw anyway as Free America. So, hey, cousin, good to see you. Right? So, Free America. What does that mean? What do I mean when I say Free America? I mean stuff was open. There were no masks. People hugged and kissed. We sat close to each other. It was normal, real normal, not some nonsense new normal. It was normal. So before I get to so let me say this, right? So I was at a training, and it was a 4.5 day training with freedom-minded Americans. So again, there was no masks, right? We were about 50 people in an outside space, sitting close to each other. When the whole when the whole facility was in a classroom, I'd say it looked like there were a couple of hundred people in the room. And again, no masks, sitting close together, greeting each other by touching, hugging, and kissing, right? It was fabulous. And we were learning about the Constitution and other things. But I'm going to tell you more about that in another post. So why am I talking about Free America? Because America should be free, right? And it's not right now. A significant portion of America is shut down and under the tyrannical rule of the criminals in charge, otherwise known as governors, right? So I live in a state that has a tyrant in charge. I live in Massachusetts, and right next door, there's another tyrant in charge in Rhode Island. So what's the point of all this, right? So in gearing up for this trip, I experienced some stress and anxiety over the flight, right? The travel process, because that was going to require my dealing firsthand and upfront and in my face the mask issue, right? So I don't wear a mask for health reasons and because I'm a free American as well. So whenever I'm faced with a situation where masks are required and more in a more hardline way than others, right? It causes me some stress. Although I have the tools and the skills to deal with that, which I did, and allowed me to get through the situation and the flight. And again, I did not mask up through TSA, and the flight there was minimal mask situation. And I think I might write about, I think I'm going to write and share with a private group of individuals about how to do that. And you'll have to reach out to me to learn how to do that if that's something that you're interested in. But know that it can be done. So anyway, I got to my training, and all week, I got to my training, my sightseeing. All week, it was normal, right? I saw people's beautiful, smiling faces. We hugged, we kissed, we talked. We were right up close to each other. I'm trying to get close to the phone. Like you can see that I'm getting closer to you. And it was normal, right? So, and then when it was time for me to fly home, I had been re-energized by this experience of normalcy, right? This is what really healed me and was able to re-energize me, because I was around like-minded individuals, and I was reminded that this is normal, that seeing people's faces is normal, that being in close contact with people is normal, right? Human beings are creatures of connection and touch, right? And there are psychological benefits and needs of seeing each other's faces, of being close to each other, to hugging, kissing, and touching one another. So I had a whole week of this with, a nice population of people. So it was really a reset for me, and I was feeling energized. And then when it was necessary for me to face the madness again, when it was time for the return flight home, it was cool, right? So I felt much better. I had a lot more strength, energy, courage, and strength of mind that allowed me to have a much more pleasant flight home than it did when I flew to Nevada, because when I was flying to Nevada, I'm in this madness, right? I'm in this madness because I have a criminal in charge in the governor's mansion, and I see very little normalcy when I go out. So, but when I was returning home from Nevada and out west and being in free America, as I like to call it, I was energized. I was feeling better. I was able to face the challenge of traveling through a now tyrannical airline and TSA system. So what does that mean for you? That means for you, right? What's the point? Community is critical to our health and well-being, right? Being in a community of like-minded individuals with people who are like you, are for you, are about you, who love you, just because people who are like each other, right? So just because you see things the same way, right? You are energized by that energy of love and acceptance, right? So it's important to find that community. So for me, I live in Massachusetts. I'm in the southeastern Mass, Rhode Island area, and I don't see a lot of normal in my everyday. I mean, I do in the normalcy that I create by patronizing, freedom-minded businesses, finding freedom-minded connections, and friends, right? So I have created that community for myself and my clients. But when I go out in the world, right, in the normal world, I don't necessarily see that normalcy. So I invite you to find that normalcy, find your people, right? I've been posting about community, I've been talking about community. Find your people, find the people who are like-minded, who are like you will like each other, and they will give you, especially if you're living in a state that has a tyrant in charge, which is most of the states. Good news, states are opening up, right? More and more states are opening up and banning the masks and the passports potential situation, but it's way too few, right? It's not enough yet, and we need to have more of that going forward. And in the meantime, if you're in a state that's run by a tyrant, then you need to find that community and that connection for yourself. I invite you to hop in my free Facebook group. I'll put the link to that in the comments to this video, and if you need help dealing with the trauma of living in a world that's gone mad, I invite you to send me a private message and we can chat about how I can help you directly, okay? So this is already longer than I wanted it to be, but I haven't talked to you guys in a while, so hopefully you don't mind. I will look forward. I hope this serves you, right? Look for the links in the comments below. Private message me if you want to talk to me directly about how I can help you deal with the stress and the trauma of living in a world that's gone mad. And until next time, right? I'll look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, I will see you in the gap. Namaste. Love you guys. Peace and blessings. Mwah.